Hello lovelies, and I'm back again with another unboxing. I told you there were a few decks coming this month, and I'm just so excited to get them all open that I am just going to bombard my channel with some unboxings. Now this deck, this deck is beautiful. I'm just going to start off by saying that. This deck feels like a bucket of water on a thirsty garden. It's just so beautiful. Now, you know I'm doubling down this month on self-care and looking after myself. I realised I didn't have an affirmation deck in my collection at all. So I'd started looking for some sort of deck that could go into my collection as an affirmation deck. And I was struggling to pick one until I saw this one, and then I put it on pre-order. It's Believing Your Own Magic, an oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. The artwork is by Janina Medeiros. And guys, it's just beautiful. It's a 2-part box. Now, I have already opened them and taken it came with a little plastic strip, and this guidebook came at the bottom of the box. They're numbered, and the guidebook is black and white. It's got a basic key phrase, which is also on the card. So each card has got the number, a title and a key phrase, but then you've got the book explaining a little bit about the card as well. There's no reverse meanings, it's saying. Suggestions for what you should ask the deck, and the questions you should ask the deck. How do I use this deck though? I'm lost, so advice on how to use the deck. What's your intention? Aren't tarot cards and oracle cards evil? No. It's pretty succinct there. It tells you a little bit about what the difference between tarot cards and oracle cards are. You've got an introduction. So some nice basic stuff there. If you're a complete beginner, it kind of holds your hand into this deck. And the deck is split into princess cards and witch cards. And mermaid cards. You've got 3 different types. Yep, so princess, witch and mermaid. Let me just double check. Is there a table of contents anywhere? No. So you've got the 3 types of card and your basic your basic guidebook there. Oh my gosh. Look at the back of those cards. Absolutely gorgeous. The cardstock is beautiful. It's matte. It's a good quality, not sticky at all. It's borderless images. Oh, it's rather lovely. White edges. Right, let's have a look at these images. Are you ready for this, guys? Okay, let's zoom us in, so you don't have to stare too much at my gardening hands, which are wrecked from building fences. Okay, so on each card, which is a borderless image, which is beautiful, you've got the number, the title and a key phrase. So princess, you can be your own knight. So beautiful. The evil queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Hallelujah, don't we all? Look at this tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. Now, this is what I mean about this deck feeling like water on a thirsty garden. We so need this sort of diversity of skin colour, diversity of body size. I'm clutching my throat because I am so thrilled to see this sort of body shape depicted as normal in a world where we just get so inundated with stick thin, skinny, beautiful white women. this is wonderful. Hopefully this will go some way to my daughters not growing up in the sort of world I grew up in, with the sort of self-hate that was instilled in me. You know, this deck looks like real people. I mean, guys, can you just look at this card? She's got a prosthetic leg, so there's disability in there, and you know that I've got a special needs child myself, so to see any disability depicted in a deck, I mean, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot as well depicts disability. There's somebody in a wheelchair, and there's also a person depicted with Down syndrome, and I cried. Oh, and now I'm crying again. Oh my goodness me. But it's really important when you've got a child that you love. Hang on, I'm crying now. When you've got a child that you love and she's got a disability and you don't see them depicted anywhere, you know, they're growing up in a world where they're not seeing themselves. So to see disability as the woman slaying the dragons. Okay, I need to stop crying now. Whew. Wow. Sword. Make the change. Oh my goodness me, guys. Okay, I can do this. This is why I chose this deck, because you've got cards that we need to see in this world. Look at her cutting her hair off. You go, girl. That's amazing. Right, I've got myself together now. What's the betting before we get to card 10? I've started again. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. See, these are the sort of images and the sort of messages I want my daughters to see. It's a very female deck, I have to say. But I think us women need some decks like this, don't we? Phoenix, how's that for a happily ever after? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Look, she's got her fairy tale there, once upon a time, and it's all, she's chucked it away. I've had that moment where I've chucked my happily ever after away and realised it was all just a farce, and turned to the goddess and the moon and magic and gone, right, what now? Bring it on. A phoenix rising from the flames. We've all had the phoenix moment. It's just learning to embrace it, isn't it? Red, forgive. Oh, look how sad she looks. Paint the sun back into your sky. Okay, we got to card 11 before I started crying again. That's quite good. Gosh, I don't want to get the cards wet. Dripping tears onto them. Expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Yes, massively important message. Oh, this card again, guys. Look at this. Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. And look, she's got stretch marks on her body. It's just brilliant. If us women saw more images like this across our culture, where everybody was celebrated and nothing was dressed up as not normal, then we would all be more accepting of ourselves. This is such an important deck. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. Yeah, make your own crown. Own your own narrative. Garden, something lovely will grow from this. Oh, look. Well, let's hope so. Look, I'm covered in scratches from working in my garden today, and I'm trying to keep my fingers out of shot because they are shot to pieces. So, bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Oh, it's worth buying the deck just for that bitch fire title. Flower, be honest with yourself. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her. Absolutely stunning. Tree, let them go. Oh, such good messages. Lavender, surround yourself with love. Yeah, you know, sometimes we've got to choose our own family. And I love the different generations here, and the cat. It's just, you know, you can really get the atmosphere from that, and the lavender hanging up, and her witchy hat kind of speaks of wisdom being passed through us women. Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. Wow. I am always enough. Just amazing. Clover, release your guilt. I mean, look at the difference in body shapes. It's just so lovely. The book for this one, if I read from the book for one of them, you've been carrying the burden of guilt on your shoulders for far too long. It's now negatively impacting all facets of your life and making it impossible to function. You've come to a crossroads where you need to choose a direction. Go ahead and make your reparations, or release yourself from the cage you've built around yourself. Hint, sometimes the first road leads back around to the second. Yeah, really spectacular. Library, take control of your own narrative. This idea transformed my life in the last few years. Not allowing other people's false narratives to get in. And you don't see titles like this on cards, do you? You just don't. I mean, look at her. She could just be any girl, couldn't she? We can all see ourselves in her, with our hair pulled back in a scrunchie, kind of holding on to our knees, a bit timid. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. You know, where's she going? Looks like she's on a train. A bit scared, but going for it. I love it. Basic witch. Potion, remember to practice self-love. Wow. Mural, be your own first priority. It's so important. If all my kids get to know this, and my son as well, and I instill this in them before they all leave home, then you know, my job is done. Feather, think first before you judge. So that's obviously a witch card, as is this. So I think the hat appears, does it, for the witch? Justice is coming. Oh. Protest. I mean, look, you've got all skin colours represented. You've got different religions there. You've got different body shapes, and all coming together for one cause. You know, battling down the castle gates together, hand in hand. Feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. It's fantastic. Castle, it's time for healing, not war. Universe, we're all just stardust. Escapist, come home to yourself. Oops. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. She's lost in fantasy. There we go, can you see? Voyage, you already have all the answers. So this is obviously a mermaid. Shark, swim away from this situation. I mean, look at that mermaid that's depicted like that. It's just so beautiful. Gold, you don't need someone else to fix you. Oh, it's lovely. This cup, it's that Japanese kitsungi or something like that. No, that's not the right word. It's something like that. Kitsumi. It's the art form where they celebrate the broken. They mend like crockery with precious metals like gold to highlight the brokenness of things as a beautiful thing. So I love that message and the imagery that goes with it. Grey, endings are inevitable. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Raindrops, take a chance on them. And look, you've got, like, again, different body diversity in there. Morning, the world awaits you. Sundress, do it for you. Oh, that's how I feel trying on my red lipstick. You know, just do it for you, nobody else. Just put the sundress on and have fun. Homeward, take yourself out on a date. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Storm, every hurricane comes to an end. On Throne, your potential is endless, and you've got all three. You've got the princess, the witch and the mermaid on the last card. So whichever one you identify, the princess, the witch or the mermaid, or a mixture, they're all there. Guys, what a spectacularly beautiful deck. I just love it. Just a really important, much needed deck for all of us. I just am blown away by it. It made me cry, and I think Amanda Lovelace, you did a rather spectacular job. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have this deck and you love it, let me know. If you're thinking about ordering it, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I'd love to know if you're as blown away by it as I am. And just as, you know, it's so needed. I mean, that card, it's spectacular. Yeah, I totally love it. So that was Believe in Your Own Magic, an Oracle deck. It is published by who's it published by? Andrews McMill Publishing, and it's amazing. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Bye.